YouTube is Rico, man. Back with another video, man. Y'all know what time it is. We got Jacksonville's most wanted rap games. Yungeen ATK versus Julio Foolio KTA. Now, no cap, I don't even know about Julio Foolio KTA like that. I think I may have or I may have not heard songs by Julio Foolio, but I definitely recognize that name somewhere. I probably seen it pop up here and there in recommended videos before, but I never clicked on anything that had anything to do with them in the KTA group. But other than that, man, that's all I can really say about that. But if you're brand new to the channel or you've been watching videos on the channel for some reason not subscribed yet, I want y'all to hit that subscribe button right now, man. Y'all know we on the grind of 5K. We trying to hit that by the end of this year, so y'all go ahead and do what y'all gotta do to help us get there. And also, don't forget to leave a like and comment on the video to help this video get recommended to a larger audience of people and hopefully bring in new supporters to the channel that'll also go ahead and hit that subscribe button and help us build up to that 5K. But other than that, man, y'all see what time it is, and I'm gonna go ahead and start this screen record. That started, and we starting the video now.
Whole lot of things. Everything I've been through, walking demons out.
Yeah. I think about death every day.
50K on your head.
You don't know. You don't never know who's coming. I ain't gonna let step on me.
I gotta stay dangerous. You disrespecting my dead homeboy, so now I wanna dish your dead. You get what I'm saying?
Out the blue.
I actually seen Julio Foolio somewhere on YouTube and stuff like that, but like I said, I never clicked on his music. I don't even know his top songs out at the moment at all, so I'm gonna definitely have to go listen to him and basically hear how he sound on the song and stuff like that, what all he rap about, stuff like that, and who else might be affiliated with him in the KTA group. But yeah, other than that, y'all know what time it is. We always click on videos and stuff, and I'll save them to my watch later just to react to them, because some new stuff I want to react to, y'all. I'll wait and make a video about it. So here we are. But yeah, man, it ain't nothing like learning new stuff, man, because you can never not learn a lot. You gotta keep your mind up to date on certain shit, man. So like I said, a lot of these videos that I be reacting to y'all for, I'll be learning new stuff, and hopefully y'all be learning some new stuff as well, so y'all learn about the different locations and what got type of gangs and stuff, who is doing what in this state, who is doing what in the music and all that stuff, and the behind the scenes and stuff like that. But other than that, man, let's continue on.
Yeah, shots. I think I got shot. I blinked out, but I could hear my little brother. I said, I'm about to die. I supposed to been on my pivot. How could I slip?
Jacksonville police have arrested the only surviving of the quadruple shooting.
This tragedy just happened to me. Got me in the last box. They not letting me go to my brother's funeral.
Know the consequences and the repercussions of the streets.
I cry every night before I go to sleep. I might not make it see 5 years.
There's a new wave of rappers that has been steady on the rise.
And I was crazy. I knew about that situation with Yungeen. It's crazy how that whole situation happened and stuff, and that he was the sole survivor and stuff like that. But everything happens for a reason, and now he's given another chance to pretty much do something better, which is making music and making money on top of that, and getting new financial situations that's gonna pretty much make him look rich at the end of the day. So he definitely didn't waste his new chance and opportunity, and he basically took advantage of that, and y'all see where he at now. Other than that, though, let's continue.
In Jacksonville, taking over and putting their city on the map. But no matter how these artists blow up, their street life always seem to tag along and get in the way of their success. We've seen so many lives lost, and Jacksonville is overshadowed by the situation between two rival cliques. Yungeen ATK and Julio Foolio's KTA have been leaving a trail of bodies behind their beef, and the body count doesn't seem to be near stopping. With both being shot, near losing their lives, Ace and Foolio's beef are spilling over into their camps, and that's Jacksonville hot.
I didn't know that. So basically, both of them pretty much was in the same type of situation where they both almost could have lost their life and stuff. So that just goes to show you, man, when you given a second chance, you gotta do something. I ain't saying you gotta completely change your whole life around if you from the streets and stuff. If you from the streets, like I said, that don't mean you gotta change your life all the way around when you given a second chance from experiencing near-death situations type shit. But they pretty much survive their situations and stuff, and both of them doing what they like to do and getting money at the same time. But of course, they got the negative side of where they still dealing with the streets and stuff, still got stuff going on with that, and never completely out the way just yet. So it is what it is. But as long as they all good right now and pretty much don't cross each other's paths and stuff like that, then they should be set. But other than that, we're gonna continue on to see what else we can learn.
I've got the inside scoop between the camps, and we gonna focus in on the drama and melee surrounding Foolio and Ace. Let's dig into this rivalry that's terrifying the city of Jacksonville and just who's who in the beat. Youngins have been wilding in Jacksonville lately, creating a surge of gunplay that has rocketed the side rate in the city.
It's in their mind, like, I don't know if the 2000s, baby, really. Like, it's in their mind, they just turned right now. Like, I don't know, bro. It's their mentality, shit, shoot.
Yep. Hold on, y'all, because he definitely saying something that we can all agree on. Hold on 1 second.
First, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Chief Keith Wave, I don't know who did it, but he just turned up.
Alright, so with this generation, a lot of it do come from the drill era. Even now, you can still say drill era still exists, even though a lot of artists that's pioneered it ain't really in the limelight as much anymore. Mainly Chief Keef, King Louis, Lil Bibby. It's a lot of artists that some of y'all probably forgotten as well, or don't even talk about as much anymore. But it's a lot of them that pioneered the drill wave and stuff. But a lot of them is still doing good, even when they not even really mainstream or out there with music, constantly being put on and stuff like that, making new albums all the time and stuff like that. You can still go look it up and see who all basically really started it, made a big impact on the young generation at the end of the day back in 2011, 2012 and stuff like that. So it still got a decent amount of people that was from that era that's still going crazy right now. Lil Durk, G Herbo, who else? FBG Duck when he was here. Who else? It's a lot of people, no cap. So it's a lot of people that I'm probably ain't gonna mention right now just because there's so many names. But either way, the drill era, I believe, is still going on, and stuff definitely did get crazy with the youth of our generation, which is the late 90s kids and stuff like that. People want to say, oh, if you were born 98 to 2000, whatever, you were a 2000s kid. At the end of the day, if you were born in 98, that's still the 90s. Simple as that. It is what it is. People got to realize at the end of the day, you can still say some 90s kids involved with the 2000s is why stuff like this is going on with the youth, because we're getting influenced at an early age to a lot of this stuff that's going on. You got parents, you got cousins, brothers, you got all type of family relatives and childhood friends and stuff that you might have grown up around that got some type of street affiliates and stuff like that. You got street ties at the end of the day. So pretty much when you growing up through that, like super early age, you basically gonna get accustomed to that and feel like that's the right way to be and stuff like that. So then once you get in your teen years to your 20s and stuff, then you pretty much all the way locked in with that shit and just keeping it basically the whole cycle going at the end of the day. But some of us chose right, even though we got family, friends, etc. All those people I just said that's might have had street ties and stuff like that growing up. But at the end of the day, if you know right from wrong, then you obviously ain't gonna really try to do something where you gonna risk your freedom and all that stuff, and most importantly your life as well. So kind of shy away from that a little bit, do your thing, be laid back and chilling. you can still be somebody that's respected even without a street credit. You ain't even got to be in the streets heavy and stuff like that to still get respect from other people. Because if you somebody that's smart, laid back, chilling, ain't got too much drama and stuff going on, and on top of your shit, man, then all that other extra shit, ain't nobody even thinking about that. As long as you on your stuff, you gonna get respect. Just because people see how you coming up and living your life and stuff without the streets and stuff like that, and making stuff happen the right way, the legal way. So a lot of people still gonna rock with you regardless, just because of you on top of your shit at the end of the day. But let's continue. And we got hit with an ad, y'all. Hold on.
Intuit TurboTax Live.
We always see that little promo code field prompting us at checkout. Well, thanks to Honey, manually searching for...
But the two notable rappers that have been in a highly publicized beef resulting in multiple lives lost are Foolio and Ace. Now, Foolio's crew, KTA, stands for Kill 'Em All, and well, that's self-explanatory. Ace, on the other hand, is no more subtle in their savagery. His ATK has been rumored to be tied to his name, meaning Ace to Kill, with the signature writing Spade 2X. But word on the street is that his real meaning is Aim to Kill.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even know what ATK stood for. I just know that it was associated with him and his group of people. So now I know what that means. But now I gotta see what KTA means.
These rappers aren't the ones that do the talking for clout. They live that life and had a scars and blood trail to prove it. Now, where did all this start? Yungeen Ace has been the face of Jacksonville since his debut hit, Go to which showcased the rapper's versatility. Being from the type of lifestyle he came up in, the beefs followed, and the one that cost him many friends, family, and nearly his own life is the one that his crew, ATK, had with KTA. And Foolio, who was also one of Jacksonville's buzzing rappers. What started out as a confusion between two rappers that could have been squashed by a simple conversation became something that engulfed Jacksonville.
For like the outside people that ain't like from like Duval and shit, that don't like, this shit ain't what it like if you ain't from here, you gonna know what's going on in the streets of Duval, so shit. But that being said, these niggas like, ain't nothing though.
So it ain't that deep.
Nah, ain't.
So if y'all just see each other, it would be cool.
The retaliation and dropping the bodies on each camp sparked from the banging of Foolio's cousin, Zion Brown, which seemed like a planned hit.
18-year-old Zion Brown was the only adult in the home, along with two teens, a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old boy.
And get this, the trigger puller, DeAndre Thomas, was wanted by the cops for a failed robbery with Yungeen Ace that got Ace 7 months in the pen. Zion would be the first reported fallen victim in the beef that then set things spiraling out of control. The ops would get their get back on ATK. Yungeen Ace would be the target while celebrating his blood brother, Trayvon Bullard's, aka Quan, 18th birthday, detailing the gruesome scene where his blood brother Quan, through the streets, Royale Smith, and close friend, Jacoby Groover, aka Foe, lost their lives, leaving him with 8 bullet wounds. Ace became even more cold.
A shooter or shooters on the run after 4 teens are gunned down to the south side. What we're learning about the men killed in a drive-by shooting. 18-year-old Trayvon Bullard, 19-year-old Jacoby Groover, and 18-year-old Royale Smith. They lost their lives late last night.
Police say the shooter followed the 3 along with a 4th survivor.
Having previously experienced pain from losing both his uncle and another brother he looked up to.
My uncle had died when I was like 13, 14. And he was like a daddy with me, because my dad was doing 15 years in prison, and he was like the head of our family. You know, you got that one person in that family that just control it.
Matter of fact, hold on. My brother got shot in front of me. That was a big loss. You know what I'm saying? Shit. That was the biggest loss I ever.
And also too, what I didn't say in the beginning, also the reason too that the youth get influenced into this lifestyle is too, because they're seeing, even at an early age, it don't matter how old you is, violence don't discriminate the people who see it. You could be young as 10, 8, 6, whatever, and you can see a family member or another friend or whoever get gunned down right in front of you and stuff, and then you gotta live with that memory in your head, and now you gotta pretty much you pretty much growing up now with some type of hate or anger, whatever, however you want to describe it and call it. At the end of the day, now you growing up with the intent to pretty much get vengeance on those who did that to your friends, family, etc., and stuff, and made you live with that, pretty much with that whole situation happening. So some of them get thrust into it because of vengeance alone and stuff, and feeling like they gotta get back on that person that did that to them and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's just a sad thing too. So like I said, the youth is definitely influenced by a lot of stuff from this generation, growing up and stuff from, like I said, the parents and family members, etc., So that's why this cycle is continuing going, and it really ain't showing no signs of no stopping anytime soon at the end of the day.
Experience. I ain't gonna speak too much on that, but shit, he just got shot though. He got shot in front of me though. Shit. And that was a bit long ago.
Ace was going through it, feeling the weight of blaming himself for not protecting his day ones.
I'm lost. I feel like it's my fault. I always feel like that. I'm gonna forever feel like that. Everybody say don't feel like that, but you don't know how that feel. Like it's like everybody on your watch, like they right here with you. How could you let this happen?
To this day, they three faces is inked across his abdomen. As we've seen countless times before, once the bodies start piling, beef just keeps escalating and only catches on to everyone around. Now ATK and KTA was in an all-out battle at this point, with their main man fighting for his life on a hospital bed.
I'm trying to come for him. I'm trying to hold RJ. I'm trying to hold him. I'm trying to RJ open it. I open the door. I'm pushing him out. I'm like, I got you, bro. I got you. He got grab my shirt. Like, bro, I can't. He tell me he can't go. I jump out the car. Coco, Coco said, call it.
He'd been shot 8 times, and I believe at that point we had 3 or 4 or 8 bullets inside of him still. Considering he really needed to go to a hospital. Because he didn't have insurance, the hospital wouldn't take the bullets out of him. So while he was in custody, it was really became that part, it was the responsibility of the sheriff's office to make sure he got the medical care he needed. Sheriff's office didn't give him medical care, they didn't give him antibiotics, and they basically just left him in there.
ATK was...
And that's what I was saying too in the video not even too long ago. The system is so messed up, bro. Like, you could be somebody that was a victim to something that happened and shit, man. You ain't even necessarily a suspect in a situation or whatever the case is. But the police, for whatever reason, will sometimes do stuff like this that gives them the bad reputation with the hood. Like, when I say the hood, I'm talking about for every hood around the U.S. pretty much at the end of the day. Like, they get a bad reputation for this reason, and that's why a lot of people don't trust the police, because police got a history of stuff happening to people in their custody, not being treated fairly and stuff. Even when they might be a victim in a situation, they'll try to make it seem like you a suspect in the situation and stuff, and don't care about you and stuff like that. Because even in shows, you will see don't act that type of reality out too. Because even in shows and stuff, like, y'all know the hood shows, or a show that's got something to do with the hood of a black person growing up, or whatever the case is, a Hispanic, etc., something happened to them or a friend, and the police questioning them like they doing something wrong and stuff, and acting like their friend was in the gang and stuff, because the whole time that victim probably wasn't even in the gang at all. It probably was he or she happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time type of thing, got shot, whatever the case is, and questioning the friends and relatives like they the ones that got some unknown information that ain't exposed for them to figure out and lead to the killers, etc., or whoever did something to them people. They always try to make it seem like pretty much at the end of the day, you from the streets or some shit. Like, you got some type of street information that you ain't trying to tell them and shit like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about once y'all see them type of situations play out. But yeah, man, the police just did him bogus. They literally know he got shot up 8 times and stuff. Still got bullets in him and everything. But yet, the hospital, the police, Nobody did anything for them. They pretty much just said, forget it. If you survive, you survive. And hey, you better try to fight for your life at the end of the day, no matter what. Even though you out of that situation that ultimately could have took your life, you still dealing with the aftermath of stuff that could possibly still take your life from that situation, like leaving the bullets inside you. That's not good. You supposed to literally get those type of things took out of your body at the end of the day, because if you moving around too much, you could make them basically go deeper into your body and stuff like that. People that know about people getting shot, if they don't have the bullets that exit out of them and still got something that's left in them, moving around too much or whatever the case is, can make them bullets actually go deeper into your body. So that's definitely dangerous and bad overall. So he definitely should have got some help, but for whatever reason, nobody, not even the police, was trying to give him help at all. That's crazy.
Slipping slowly, Foolio took the opportunity to taunt his ops and make light of Ace's fallen brothers and homies.
Royale Smith, this that 4X? Who else that is?
Ace caught wind of Foolio's antics while recovering, got out of the hospital, dropped a freestyle.
Laying in the hospital bed, they shots to my body, no my mind and my brothers. They say, them three didn't make it. Tears full of pain, no other way I can take it.
And got on Foolio's head and his KTA ops for talking sideways about the loss of his bros.
They be riding to the gate now. You didn't kill my brother, but kill my brother, so don't let them tell you that. You think you didn't kill my brother, you didn't want to admit that shit next songs? They better stop that shit. Y'all better open y'all motherfucking eyes up. Rappers just like these man, you nigga ain't gonna play with me. Ain't no nigga, I ain't gonna play with me, bro. Real life, I ain't gonna play with me, but I'm about my shit. I'm about my business.
Julio, being the Jacksonville Grim Reaper, doubled down on his word in the face of threats and taunts.
Because of the street, if you in the street and you grown, like, you know what the consequences are, you dead or you in jail, man. People realize that too late till a nigga dead, though, like, you feel me? People just felt like I was wrong. Shit, really, all this out here thugging, you know the consequences if something happened to you.
Right.
That's how I took it, you know what I'm saying? I said what I said.
But time proved this to not be the best decision he could make. If we learn anything from these street beefs, it's what? Don't disrespect nobody's fallen homies. That continues to be one of the main reasons beef gets spun out of control and turn a situation into an endless cycle of gunplay.
You disrespecting my dead homeboy, so now I want to dish your dead. You get what I'm saying? So it'd be like a little tit for tat shit like that.
Foolio and his gang seem to have the upper hand and continue pressing ATK. This is where things got even more dicey. Turns out, a rapper by the name of Willie Addison, aka Boss Goon, got shot up after leaving the Paradise Club with relatives where he just performed at the club.
Yes, 2 or 3 cars pulled up on the side of us, shot inside our car over 100 times, killed my son in the front seat, shot my son in the back, in the head 3 times, shot my nephew several times, a couple more passengers in there was shot several times, numerous of times, and I drove all the way from there to Memorial Hospital, shot in the back myself twice.
This happened to be the brother and family.
Shit, that shit is just crazy, man. That's why a lot of the youth, man, forget just the youth, man. Now, even adults, at the end of the day, that's why the cycle continues on too, man, because they done been through some shit too. Like, they done seen family members, friends, etc. get shot up, killed, or worse in front of them and stuff like that. And now they living with that same type of mindset as a person that's getting influenced as a youth. They're getting influenced by this shit going on because they seen stuff happen to their friends and family that they cared about and stuff. So at the end of the day, it's the youth, the adults, is the reason why all of this stuff is going on, man. At the end of the day, everybody is doing stuff to somebody else, and everybody want to get revenge and stuff, and everybody don't want to be made to look out like like they some punks. None of that. That's just what it is. That's the reality of it all. Like nobody want to go out looking like they just punks, or you do this to us, we ain't gonna do nothing to you though type shit. They don't want to make it look like they're being bullied at the end of the day. So that's why it's beefs going on and stuff, man. They don't want, nobody wants to feel like they're getting bullied and feel like somebody can just do something to people around them or themselves and stuff and get away with it type shit. So that's why a lot of this stuff is going on too. But a lot of this stuff that be going on is crazy as hell for sure.
Family members of Ace's right-hand man and shooter, K-Su. This dude don't care, and we'll find out why I say that soon. 6 people total sustained injuries, including K-Su's dad, Abdul Robinson, but his brother Boss Goon didn't make it. Boss was only out for a couple months from a 10-year sentence. K-Su, already plotting revenge on his mind, got the perfect chance to exact retribution alongside his father, carrying out a hit on rapper Charles McCormick, aka KTA Lil Bud, who was drilled in Arlington during a daytime ambush in a shopping plaza. Both K-Su and his father set news outlets and hip-hop sites on fire with the father-son hit that
That's crazy. I actually didn't even peep that was him from the news video. So that's him talking in the news thing, and here he is already getting arrested for basically retaliation. That just goes to show you, man, it's not just the youth, it's the parents as well, it's the adults of it all too. So as long as both of these group of people are getting influenced, the violence will never stop. And that's why it's gonna be stuff like this going on. Just crazy. And it's, like I said, it's in the history, man. Simple as that. But that's just crazy.
Up the score for ATK.
Developing now, a father and son have been arrested in connection with a shooting at an Arlington shopping center. 21-year-old Hakeem Robinson and his father, 49-year-old Abdul Robinson, are both in the Duval County Jail.
Now,
and age definitely don't discriminate. You could be 55, 60, and still be somewhat involved in the streets. Gang life, violence, etc., don't discriminate age.
Let's pause a bit to talk about Ace's shooter, K-Su. If his name sounds familiar, he was the rapper that made international news for placing his Lost Ops on his album cover. Yep, you heard that right. Dude don't give 2 F's.
This album cover,
it hurts my heart, like, to see my son on there as a joke.
But wait, there is a great significance in this if you pay attention to the subliminal diss to ATK. This in itself was an act of disrespect that hit home for Foolio because many of the names were a reference to his fallen KTA homies, like Dirt, Zion, and his homie Bibi Osama.
And gunfire erupts inside a Northwest Side apartment complex that leaves this 16-year-old dead.
Who Ace and them constantly disrespected online after deleting him.
And two, music definitely plays a role in the violence too, because not only what makes it the situation matters, pretty much the matters worse of the situation. If somebody dies in the state, all right, cool, you know that's going to be on the state, local news, etc., that we already know that. But now when you got somebody that's in the industry or got a huge following in music, and they do a song dissing people or mentioning dead people and stuff like that, now they taking it from local, statewide, now they making it national-wide type, pretty much nationwide. So now people, not just in your home state that all of this stuff happened to, for the people that you mentioned in your song, now everybody across the world that might be fucking with your music and stuff know about these people and stuff, and now they getting influenced into talking shit too as well, and saying whatever they want to say about those people as well. So that's why too, the opposite side, now they really heated and want to get back, because now you bring in nationwide exposure to those situations, and they seeing the feedback and all that stuff from your fans and stuff going crazy, saying it was just wild stuff about those people that you cared about. So now it's making it even 10 times worse for y'all beef, because now everybody definitely just want to be the one that had the last laugh type shit. Now it's basically a competition at the end of the day. it's pretty much a competition. You do something to that side, now that side gotta do something back to you and stuff, and see who can get who worse and stuff like that. See who can have somebody crying at a funeral and stuff like that. It's a continuing cycle at the end of the day. That's all I'm talking about this stuff, because I know it's a lot of you all that probably be watching these videos that already know about the street life and all that stuff, but I'm speaking mainly to the people that's basically learning about this stuff or brand new to the situations like this and stuff, that don't know about the street life, the gangs and all that stuff. I'm just basically giving y'all a rundown pretty much so y'all can get caught up to speed. Pretty much at the end of the day, all of this is history, and either way, one way or another, everybody is going to learn about this. I don't care who you are. You born into any part of the world, you're going to know about gang violence. It's just that simple. It's violence everywhere. Every other country as well. Every country got violence going on. They can be called gangs, a cartel, militia, etc., etc. All of that stuff has violence involved in it. So pretty much everything is basically the same exact thing. Money is involved. Disrespect is involved. Everything at the end of the day. Just to sum it all up. Everything is pretty much the same. Violence is violence, period.
Baby cremated ass, you whoop their ass, dog. I run that gym, bro. That cremated ass. Oh, I had that nigga.
This wound cut deep for Foolio, releasing his tribute track "Bibby Story" to his close friend that became a notable record from the KTA rapper.
Oh, Bibby, that's my little brother. Yeah, I died and shit. That song, that was like a tribute, a testimony to him. I lost him. I was like one of the last niggas he was with before he passed and shit like that.
K-Su poured salt in the wound with his disgustingly disrespectful diss track, K-Su, detailing scenes from the hit.
And you know we smoke, look.
The bodies just kept stacking up, but the beef showed no sign of slowing down between Foolio's KTA and Ace's ATK. Soon, just as Ace felt was wet up, Foolio got a brush with the grave when a bullet grazed his skull in an attempt on his life.
Bitch ass got me, but they didn't kill me. On Kendrick. Stupid.
And when he survived and they couldn't finish the job, they later banged on his girl, nearly taking her life as well.
Y'all thought I was dead. Y'all ain't upscored just yet.
By this point, both camps have already lost so much, and with people close to them. But no matter how much their music got more attention and their fame kept rising, the street mentality was just rooted too deep to let go and move on. After having an attempt on his life where he narrowly survived, Ace was again the target, while at the Waycross Hotel, where he was staying while in the area for a performance. He got away unscathed this time, but one of his homies was injured, and the other was added to KTA's scoreboard.
The scene of Sunday's shooting, a group of men, including rapper Yungeen and Ace, were near the pool when they were shot at, according to police.
Foolio couldn't wait for a chance to jump at the opportunity, continuing to mock Ace and his ATK hitman K-Su, lost homies. Only to find himself losing two more of his KTA comrades, Spaz 2X and Rod K, one day after the next, after it appeared Rod K would pull through. It's like an endless back and forth, man. One moment KTA is laughing, the next ATK. Truth is, no one has the last laugh when it comes to beef. Just pain.
And I just said that it's pretty much a competition. Nobody wants to be made to look like they're getting bullied or whatever the case is. Everybody got to get their get back and stuff. It's a competition to make somebody else cry. Now it's your turn to make that person cry type shit. So it is what it is on that.
Fallen homies. But Ace and his right-hand man, ATK K-Su, had to go tit for tat, clowning Foolio for losing two more members.
Since the mom sent their ass back the same way, back in the box, talking about Guys, let the go. Let the go.
Foolio took it in stride, posting up a single message before going right back to resuming the beat. This time, taking things a step further, aiming for Ace's shooter, K-Su, who the cops caught on to and locked up by this time for the hit on Lil Buck. Foolio made fun of his arrest and even dragged his pops into the beef, and exposed K-Su, posting receipts of his sister rocking with his set, as well as K-Su repping for Foolio before he jumped sides to Ace.
Tyler. Happy birthday.
It's always the same thing we see with these vids. Dudes always friends turned enemies. Dudes is talented and really putting Jacksonville on the map, but slowly drawing new rappers like Spot 'em Got 'em and Yungeen into the beat.
You niggas ain't never put in no work. You niggas just be rapping on the mic. I don't just rap. I don't talk about other niggas' life on my mic. Be me. You niggas. Spot 'em Got 'em.
I didn't even know they got into it. See, like I said, man, you always gonna learn something in these type of videos. Ain't nothing to watch a video and just get more knowledge of shit that's going on somewhere else. No matter where you from, man, it's stuff like this. You can pretty much get a idea of what's going on in other states and stuff. And pretty much when you go on vacation, if you get to that point where you start vacationing places and stuff like that, you know where not to go and shit too. That's also good to watch these type of videos, because you can learn about areas and stuff to not move to or really be around and stuff if you're trying to avoid trouble and stuff like that at the end of the day.
Oh shit, 748, you from out of town, but now you on that list. Heard you got a baby on the way, cause you riding Ace. Got your chain snapped in Gainesville.
But we'll address that in a separate vid. For now, we'll keep our eye on how things turn out, and trust, I'ma update you with the latest info. It's getting crazier and crazier in Jacksonville. Way things is going, the OGs of ATK and KTA might be gone if this keep up, but shit, that's it for this video. Let me know what you want to see in the upcoming video, and don't forget to
And that's pretty much the end of the video, y'all. Man, I learned a lot from this video. But that just goes to show, man, it's a reason why all this violence and stuff going on. And it's not just because of the young generation. It's also got adults involved as well that play a role in this continuing cycle. So we can't keep talking about this generation when it's the same for the adults from the previous generations, because all this is just showing is that history is constantly repeating itself and the cycle is continuing on and on, man. Because once you pretty much grow up around people that's already experienced this stuff, now you growing into that, probably going to experience the same things, and now your kids after you is going to end up growing up seeing the same things because of you, and it's going to continue on and on. So, hey man, at the end of the day, this cycle got all groups involved. Youth, adults, don't matter. Everybody is involved in the violence continuing on and making this a big thing now. Like, it's just crazy, but it is what it is, man. If you're brand new to the channel or you've been watching videos on the channel but for some reason not subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. And also don't forget to leave a like and comment on the video to help this video get recommended to a larger audience of people, and hopefully bring in new supporters to the channel to help us reach 5K. And don't forget to tell your friends and family about us as well, man, because we drop nothing but bangers every single day. Other than that, man, I'm gonna see y'all later on with more videos. Peace.